what proportion of employees think work stress negatively impacts their personal life. So step 3 takes basically this information here, and from this information right here, we've got the shape, the spread, the center, and the spread of the p-hats, and that's what we're going to use to find the p-value, which is going to be our chances of getting our sample data if the null is true. So step 3, it's our do step, our action step. And so we're going to find the p-value using the distribution. And so again, we're told the p-hats were normal, so they're going to follow a normal distribution. So these are my p-hats, little square. And they're going to center on my null hypothesis proportion, which is 0.75. And then I'll have 1 standard deviation at the point of inflection here. So that's going to be 0.75 plus the 0.046 here. So 0.75 plus 0.046 is going to be 0.796. And then if I add another deviation to that, so if I add another 0.046 to that, let's make sure I'm getting the right thing here because I don't trust myself when I'm on film. There it is, 0.842 over there. And then if we go the other direction and now subtract the 0.046, we're going to get 0.704 to the left, and then subtract another 0.046, and we will get 0.658 on the left-hand side. So that's my distribution of p-hats and how I think they're going to behave. Now, in my sample, I got 81.1%. So I'm going to locate that 0.811 on my distribution. It's going to be here between 0.796 and 0.842. So 0.841, that was my particular p-hat for my experiment. And remember, we're looking at a two-tailed test here. So first we have to look at where we're at, and our p-value is the chance of getting this data or more extreme. And more extreme is in the tails. So the tail that I'm closest to is the right here. So this is going, because remember, I'm two-tailed, and the other half of my p-value is going to be on the other side here. It's going to match that area over here. So this is the other half of the p-value because we're two-tailed. So now I'm going to need StatCrunch to find the area on, and I'm just going to use it to find the area on the right side and then double whatever that value is. So I'm going to go to StatCrunch, and I'm going to go to Stat Calculator, and we're using the normal distribution. So I've got to type in my mean and my standard deviation. Let's see, where's my keyboard? So I'm going to type in 0.75 as my mean. Oh, it looks like I've got a couple of decimals there. I don't want that. And then as my standard deviation, I'm going to have 0.046. That's actually my standard error, right? Because we're dealing with the p-hats. And then remember, my tail was on the right-hand side. So I've got to change this less than or equal to a greater than or equal to. And then I've got to change the value in there to be my percentage that I got, 0.811, as the chance that it's greater than that sample percentage. And then I hit compute, and I'm going to scroll out a little bit. Yes, that looks like the drawing I had. Again, remember, for me, I have the tail on the left as well. But with this one, I've got the area is going to be 0.092. So I'm going to go take that information, that 0.092, and put it on my graph. Two. So my p-value that I'm trying to find, remember your p-value is the probability. So I'm just looking at that right-hand side. So my p-value is going to be 2 times the probability of getting my p-hat of 0.811 or more extreme, which would be greater than or equal to 0.811, given that the null hypothesis is true. So that's going to be 2 times 0.092 or 0.184. And so now I have my p-value, and this is the information that I'm taking with me to the final step.